Hello and welcome back to SAP Plant Maintenance Training. This is Farooq. So we are starting the new session. In this session, we're going to see the different master datas. I will start with the work center. We have got basically 4 different master datas. We've got work center, then we've got functional location, then we have equipment, and then the equipment task list. What I've done here is I've given you the menu path for each master data plus a transaction code. There's also there's an interesting transaction in SAP which you might, if you don't know, you can take note of that. It is called search_SAP_menu. So what it does is basically you can put a transaction code here. So let's say I want to create work center. So I know the transaction code, but I don't know what is the menu path. So I can use this one, CR01 here, press enter. And now it should give me the menu paths. So normally in SAP there can be more than one way to go to one transaction. So that's why you can see there are a number of different menu paths which are all leading to the same transaction CR01. So this way you can basically find a menu path for any transaction. So in this one we will create a work center. In the next session we'll create a function location, and in the another session we will be creating both equipment and the equipment task list. So let's start with creating a work center. Work center can be any place where some maintenance can be done. So it can be a machine, it can be a location, it can be a workshop, it could be a lathe machine. So let's start with the transaction called CR01. So we go to transaction and CR01. So the plant I'm using is 1000. Work center, so let's say tool shop. So what is the work center category? So work center category, so we can do a drop down and see machine group, labor, production line, zone, say let's say a station. So it's a place, maybe a shop where we're going to do this activity. So we done the plant, work center, we given the category, and now let's press enter. So once we press enter, we will be going into the next tab called basic data. So what we have here is like we can give the person who is responsible, what is the location. If we got a subdivision of locations in our plant, we can use this one. So let's say we give a tool shop. So this is our description. So what we need to do is we need to give what is the usage. So usage is basically plant maintenance. So if it is plant maintenance, so we're going to give 004, which is for plant maintenance only. Otherwise for production the value is 009, it can be used. So now what we need is we need to say what sort of times, because whenever we do some work there might be a setup time, we can be a, so I'm going to take some standard value key which is called SAP1, pretty standard. So it will give us 3 different options of setup, machine, and labor. So what we're doing is like, so whenever we're doing some job, so we'll tell what is the machine time and what is the labor time. This is also another key, SAP standard key, which is saying like maybe, so the 100% of time will be spent on the job. We're not saying that there is any admin work will be done in this one. So so in this one we have got setup time, and we have assigned a standard value key. One standard value key can have up to 6 different parameters, which can be setup, machine, labor, etc., etc. So once we have done this one, let's go to the next tab, which is default values. So here we are going to say control key. Control key is basically again which has got some inherent qualities, or you can say characteristics. So what we are going to select is PM01, which is plant maintenance, internal. So these other fields I'm not going to fill them up at the moment, but if you need, you can fill them up. Wage type might be coming from your HR. Wage group, again, what sort of skilled labor you have got in your in your tool shop. Here what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some sort of time. So we're going to say like, yeah, so much time takes place. Capacity. So we've got another one, another tab which is called capacity tab. Again, here we can go and see what, let's say, what sort of capacities have we got. So if you got, say, suppose we got some machines here, so we've got capacity of a machine, and then we can also say here capacity for the labor. For the moment I will not say anything for the labor, I will just keep this one. And then we have some formulas, set of formulas, and then processing formulas. So these are basically something which will calculate some times or the capacities. Scheduling. Capacity category. Capacity category, again, because I've taken machine over there, so I'm just going to take machine here. And then press enter. Coming back here into the capacities, these are basically the formulas, and if you want to see some detail of the formulas, you can just select this one, click on this one, formula button, and it says set up into operation splits. So that's the formula we can maybe look at if you have got some time to see where it is coming from. Scheduling. In scheduling also we've got similar setup and processing. And costing. So we need to have a cost center. Basically we need to say, okay, so whenever this tool shop or this work center will be used to do something, we need to, where is the cost going to be allocated, who is going to pay for it. So that's a cost collector. So now we have got this one, and then we have got some sort of a we need to give some sort of activity type. This is something coming from finance or controlling. Let's see the options here. Setup, machine, and labor. So you should be having these values from your HR or finance colleagues. And again the formulas. So we can say, what is this one? Setup. Then we have got machine, machine time, and the third one is labor. Again, if you want to see, you can just select this one and go into the formula tab to show you what is the formula. So that's about it. So this one, once we have done this one, so our work center is complete. So let me just save it. Once I save it, so that work center tools in plant 1000 has been created. So that's about it for this session, and in the next session we will start on the next master data, which is functional location. Okay, see you next time. Thank you.